What's good? Welcome back to another edition of Dat Talk Podcast. I go by the name of Bacon. I got my co-host with me.
And I think it was last week I had on a referee shirt.
Yeah.
This week I got the referee hat because I'm official like a referee whistle in this thing.
Oh, really?
So ref reasons is in the building.
Ref reasons?
Ref reasons.
So you're gonna be the reason why people lose games. You're gonna be like the refs in the New Orleans games against the LA Rams when they didn't throw the pass interference. You're gonna be that guy.
No, I'm calling that. Off rip. We flag on the play, chat. So listen. The cool thing is I feel like with me as your ref, you're going to get real honesty. You feel me? If I mess up, I'm going to acknowledge, like, you know what, coach, my bad. That was me. I'm going to do better. But if I'm right and you try to prove me wrong, just know at the end of the game, I'm going to politely come to you like, coach, I was right? Okay.
Look, man, at the end of the day, if you're a ref, you ain't never right. That's just what it is. You ain't never right. Yeah, ain't nobody gonna like your calls. It's gonna be somebody that's always gonna be mad at whatever you make. So just know that as a ref, you ain't never right. Okay, because you always gonna make somebody mad and upset. Somebody gonna get the call and somebody not about to get the call. So it is what it is. But who didn't get calls, or I should say, who didn't get the shot to go in, was the U.S. team, man. We had every chance to beat France. We was playing really, really good. We was dominating throughout the game. And even though France made some great runs, they still should have won that game. How do you feel about USA dropping their first game against France?
I feel the same way I felt heading in. They don't have a point guard, man. Because a true point guard, right, settles all that down. You feel me? Just brings, because France went on an 11-0 run. So they won an 11-0 run in the last 3 minutes, basically, but they basically ended with 16-2 if you include the free throws at the end.
Right.
And with a true point guard, floor general type guy, usually settles that down and gets a bucket that you want. Now, mind you got to think about this. Kevin Durant came down, missed a wide open straight head three.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday, who was killing in the second half, who carried the USA team in the second half, he missed a wide open corner shot. So, I mean, it's a make or miss league. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah.
And they missed. But again, you can't sit there and let France go on an 11-0 run because you was up 7 with 3 minutes left.
Yeah,
so to let them get rid of your lead, that's problematic. I feel like Pop should have probably played JaVale a little bit more, just for the size purposes and his activity around the rim. I can see why Chris Middleton didn't play as many minutes. With him coming back, I wouldn't have played Devin Booker as much as I did. That they did play because I'd let him find his way back. And when I'm looking at, I'm not really feeling Devin Booker's body language right now. I feel like he's in that I'm still angry about the loss mode, which I respect.
Right, just happened, literally.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, you can tell, like, his body language, it ain't very teamy.
Yeah. And you playing against some players that beat you, and y'all on the same team. So I'm going to feel some type of way. And like, usually, like, when you have these type of games, like you said, it would have been in June. So you got like a month to process, bro, this just happened last week. It's like going to the club when you and your girlfriend just broke up. You like, bro, I don't want to see you right now. But here's my thing. I'm not going to panic. I get it. We don't have a point guard per se, but those are a lot of playmakers on the floor. But I want to point out this statement that my man Evan Fournier said. He said they are better individually, but they can be beaten as a team. And that stands out to me. And I always said that even last week, I said that they have to figure out to come together and build that camaraderie and to all buy in. And right now, they just haven't bought in. You could just tell, like, even when it was up by 7, you had some defensive mishaps by Bam on the last play, like damn near the same damn play. He got open for a 3-pointer, hustle plays. They got out hustled and they just got beaten when it mattered the most. And then they had shots. You had Damian Lillard had a chance for the win. You had Kevin Durant, and then you had Drew Holiday, and they just didn't get it done. And I just see a lot of individual basketball right now. Hoopers that can get it together when they want to get it together, as far as like getting a rhythm on their own, but there's not no cohesive team camaraderie. And Pop's going to have to figure out how to get this team to gel, and the players going to have to figure out a way to, gel together, because if they don't figure it out soon, it's going to be rough.
The comments Damian Lillard made that the foreign players is acting totally different. Like, but I can see why they act different, because when you're on an NBA team, right? You say you Evan Fournier.
Yeah.
And you're on a team with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. How you supposed to play?
Right.
Like, you're not, the ball ain't in your hands. You're not the creator. You just a guy.
Yeah.
And when they play for their national teams, they become who the NBA players are. So your game is supposed to be totally different.
Right.
And you feel me? That's where it flips, where you got a role player that becomes a guy.
Yeah.
And you got stars learn how to play a role.
Right.
And that's really becomes the difference of it. But, what they do also lack, and I said this too, is real leadership. When you look at some of the teams, you look at that 08 team, that 2012 team, when you got LeBron and Kobe as your two alpha leaders, and you sprinkle in some Chris Paul, that's one of them kind of leaders, and you throw in like a Jason Kidd, you got leaders on the court that command real respect.
Yeah.
And the 2016 team had a Kyle Lowry, who's a very vocal leader type guy. Right now, they don't have that. I mean, they got that in Draymond, because we talked about it being Draymond, but like I said, Draymond's leadership, does it rub off on everybody the same way?
Right.
You feel me? Kobe and LeBron, you gotta respect them. Like, it's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, because of the work they put in. So the leadership thing they got to get better at. They got to figure out the point guard situation just to settle the team down. And I don't
necessarily think they need a point guard, though. They
don't need it. I'm just saying.
Point guard.
Damian Lillard, I feel like Damian Lillard needs to go into his real PG bag and figure out ways to set guys up and look for his shot second. Because it was a possession, I want to say like third quarter, he came off the pick and roll, and I think it was Bam had rolled to the basket. And most solid pass first PGs, that's like a little pocket pass, right? Boom, boom. But when he came off, it's this normal thing, like, I come off this pick, I'm usually going to get a little airspace, that thing going to fly. You feel me? So it's just small nuances that the team has to continue to get better at. But again, it comes with time. It comes with gelling. It comes with the camaraderie you talked about.
Right.
It comes with trying to figure out that chemistry. The only problem is we ain't got that much time.
It ain't that much time at all. But who's looking good right now in due time is my man Luka Doncic, man, dropping a 40 ball against Argentina, and it's looked like his game ain't fell off, man. And he even looked different. It looked like an older Luka. They got the facial hair and everything. You know what I'm saying? He said,
"That's grown Luka.
That's that grown man Luka, man." And I gotta say, man, when you're looking at Luka Doncic, man, that dude is a problem. And once he gets to get his defensive side of the game intact, right? And he start to bring that over, and he start to continue to get better, because offensively, man, he's a problem. Footwork, shooting ability, the ability to create, the vision, the rebounding, like he does a lot of stuff. And so that brings me to this question right here.
Okay, talk to me.
You got Luka.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Who's coming up in this league, finding his way, still very young. And then you got Giannis, two international players. right? Come from different countries, came from different countries, changed their lives, and now they're superstars in the NBA. Who would you rather start your franchise with? I get it. Giannis already won a chip. But if you still had to pick, right, who would you start your franchise with? Luka Doncic or Giannis Antetokounmpo?
This is a tough one because traditionally the NBA is built around big men.
Yeah.
Traditionally. But when you look at Luka, he's not like a normal size guard, 6'8". So with that, I'm going to go Luka just because I feel like offensively he's not flawed. Where, I know that I can count on Luka for the most part to go get a bucket. And it's not shading Giannis. It's just how I would build my team is with Luka. Because I know I don't have to put a specific skill set around Luka. Like I can really complement Luka with each individual kind of different skill sets to fit him. Whereas Giannis, I got to make my team have a certain makeup, if that makes sense. So I'd rather take the guy to where I can complement him with different pieces rather than the guy I got to have exact pieces.
That's good. That's good observation. I love Luka's game. I love what he does. But one thing that gets me about Luka is that he can really take a play off. If he's not feeling it, if he feels like the refs ain't giving him the calls or things ain't going his way, Luka mentally can get easily distracted. Offensively, he's a specimen. But I've seen times, even in the game, when they had a chance to put away the Los Angeles Clippers, Luka didn't do it. He allowed the team or the Clippers to dictate how he played. Instead of using his strength and continue to dominate, he chose to take his foot off the gas or whatever it may be.
Let me ask you this, babe. Could a part of that be I would just like exhausted because he's carrying so much and he really doesn't have adequate building pieces around him?
I mean, you could use that, but reason why I'm picking Giannis was exhausted. He was you seen the man damn near hands on his knees, pause, just like, all right, bro, I need a break. And then come back and give you another 1,000%. Like Giannis willed his team to win a lot of games throughout this playoffs. And that is the difference. Yeah, he made some mistakes. And even in the Kevin Durant, he's big toe away from sending them home, right? But if you really pay attention to that game, it shouldn't have even got that close. It should have been done, right? Because they was already ahead, but they allowed the Brooklyn Nets to get some stops and they took bad possessions off, right? Yeah. But what I seen from Giannis is once he got over the hump of Brooklyn, right? Even though they wasn't healthy, whatever. You can't be mad at who got hurt. You only can play who's on the floor. Right. He took his game to another level. And then what I saw in the NBA finals, it's the work ethic and it's the drive that a lot of players in the NBA don't have. Luka has it in spurts, and he has that ability to take over a game. But then if the game ain't going his way, Luka would get in his feelings, and Luka was get in his mind, and then he just plays different. I see it so many times. But even when Giannis' game ain't going the way it's supposed to go, you know what he gonna give you? 120% effort. So, and I love that about that. And then wait. I'm taking that defensive side too. You're looking at three-time defensive, top defensive player of the year, top 5 or first team all defense, damn near. And he's going to do things that Luka can do, but he ain't there yet. Luka's not known for defense. I love Giannis, his tenacity, his rebound, his effort. Yes, he may have some flaws. You can't have everything. Everybody's going to have some deficiencies, but I would take Giannis' deficiencies because he's going to give me more. He's going to allow me to play small. He's going to allow me to spread the floor sometimes. He can play the 5. He can guard any position from 1 through 5. He can do a lot of things that that I ain't saying Luka can't do, but Giannis is a strong specimen, man, and you can't teach athleticism. You can always work on your game, but there's certain things you just can't teach. So I will go Giannis.
I mean, I feel like Luka's faults in the areas that you pointed out just comes with experience. Because we got to remember, Giannis had those moments too, where if he couldn't kind of get what he wanted, it was just, he really was ineffective. When teams was building that wall and he really couldn't see how to progress through the wall. I feel like this year, because you see it enough, you realize like, okay, I got to do something different. So I appreciate Giannis's growth and maturity, because he had to go through them L's, losing to Boston the first time he was in the playoffs, then losing to Toronto, then last year losing to Miami, and then, having to go through things. So I think with Luka, these 2 Clipper series is going to teach him more, and I'm hoping he's a better player in the next playoff series, especially with a Jay Kidd. So, like I said, everything you said about Giannis is spot on. His defensive ability, his heart, his energy, his will to win. I see all those things in Luka, and like I said, my thing is that it's not that I wouldn't pick Giannis. I just know what kind of team I can build around Luka versus the kind of team that I need to kind of build around Giannis.
Right.
And that's kind of where I'm at with it.
No, I definitely feel that. But on to some trades, because we know free agency and everything's about to start opening up this week. So we had some trades already, man. Let's talk about some of these trades, man. We got Adams. And Drew Bledsoe, Eric Bledsoe, Drew Bledsoe. I don't even know who that is. They're taking their talents.
Remember, Drew Bledsoe was the quarterback for the Patriots before.
Yeah. Drew Bledsoe. Yeah, there it is. Drew Bledsoe. There he is. They're taking their talents to the Memphis Grizzlies, and Valanciunas is going to the New Orleans Pelicans, and they're getting some picks. They're trading some picks. How do you feel about that trade right there? Was that a good trade? I truly feel like, I don't know if they're going to keep Bledsoe. I think they may ship him.
I don't think Bledsoe's going to be there, but they get a true bully to go with Jaren Jackson.
Yeah.
Valanciunas is, like I said, Valanciunas had one of the best statistical years of his career, and he fits. But you feel me? I think with Steven Adams, Jaren Jackson to be more on the outside. Now they got a real guy setting solid picks. Ja got somebody to roll. And then Valanciunas opens up the offense for Zion, because Zion complements Valanciunas. Adams complements Jackson and Ja. Valanciunas complements Zion and hopefully Zoe, if they bring Zoe back to the Pelicans. And it frees up some cap space for them to bring in to re-sign Zoe, re-sign Josh Hart, and possibly add somebody, or let Zoe go and bring in Kyle Lowry. So it gives the Pelicans a lot of different flexibility. It helps Memphis. I feel they got to figure out a way to ship Bledsoe, and get some draft capital from that, or some solid role players to complement Ja and continue to strengthen their bench. The Grizzlies need some more depth. They got to get more depth to their team for them to really compete consistently on the biggest stage.
No, I definitely see that. So what other moves you think is going to happen, man? We got some big moves coming up. There's been a lot of trade rumors going on. They're talking about damn near Bradley Beal possibly going to the Warriors, and Dame Lillard possibly going to the Warriors, and then some other big shakeups like Chris Paul. It is so amazing the rumors that they come up with. They was like, yo, who Chris Paul gonna go? He's gonna take a pay cut and go play with LeBron, or he's gonna stay in Phoenix. It's a lot of stuff that we don't even know, but I think some of the stuff could be somewhat true.
Me as a Laker fan, I'm always diving into Laker rumors. You got the Laker rumors with the sign-in trade of Schroeder and Kuzma and THT for Russell Westbrook. Me personally, not a big fan of that trade.
No.
I do like the Buddy Hield Kuzma trade, because Buddy's a bucket. I feel like he will complement AD and LeBron very well. I'm not opposed to the Lakers trying to get DeMar DeRozan.
And Kyle Lowry. They were talking about that too. Kyle Lowry and DeMar going out.
I don't think they can get both. I don't, it's not feasible for them to get both. But a DeMar DeRozan, because people say he can't shoot, but has he ever really been asked to be a catch and shoot guy? I feel like with AD's injury history, you also will have a guy that can go get points just in case AD is out. And you just figure out a way to make sure all these pieces complement each other. I feel like, you always say you like DeMar DeRozan, but you just hate the fact that he creates some of the toughest shots.
Yeah, he just makes the game difficult, man. Just makes the game difficult for himself.
Yeah, but you also are a guy who compliments Bron, and Bron allows you to make the game easier for you.
Yeah.
So a guy that usually plays in a very difficult situation gets to play with a guy that usually makes things easy, could be a solid little match. So, I mean, those rumors are out there, the whole Damian Lillard situation. If I'm Dame, you got to be understanding, kind of like Carmelo when he was in Denver. If you get traded as a true centerpiece, it's a possibility you can go to a team that's nothing. And it's like you left just to leave. And so that trading Dame is going to get interesting. The Bradley Beal to the Warriors, that is, I feel that could be very interesting because a Wiggins, the 17 and 14 pick to go to the Wizards, you can build around that.
For the Wizards or for the Warriors?
For the Wizards.
Oh.
You can build around that. 17, 14, you got a young team. You can ask for quality youth. Wiggins and Russ, you kind of figure that out. You ain't expected to go win tomorrow, so, ain't no real expectations. But Bradley Beal and the Warriors, you don't really know what kind of clay you're going to get, but you do know you got a bucket in Bradley Beal.
You do.
Know that.
You definitely do, but I think they will get dominated when it comes to the interior.
But they still got Wiseman. As long as you don't have to give up Wiseman in that trade, you good.
Oh, well, yeah, that'll be crazy.
If you go Wiseman, Draymond, Clay, Bill, Steph, you'll figure out the bench because you still got Jordan Poole, you got Kayvon Looney. You'll figure out some of that bench rotation. But if you don't have to give up Wiseman to get Bill, ooh, yeah. Ooh.
What makes the Warriors dangerous when they had KD is that you got three lethal scorers, lethal shooters, I should say, shooters that can take your life away like that. And now you add another guy. He's not KD, but he can get you 30, 40. Bruh, you can't double. It all going to depend on Clay. How does Clay come back? He's coming back from a torn ACL. An Achilles. Like, I mean, hey man, I want to be hopeful, but bruh, that is different. Some people come back from one, then they play a couple of years, and they get another one. But bruh, he went back to back. So I'm like, I don't know, bruh. I really don't know how that's going to work out. But hey, on paper, on 2K, that is a problem. That is a team you do not want to play on Hall of Fame. You better put that game on rookie or pro and then get you a nice dub and then turn that difficulty back up to Hall of Fame when you play somebody else because you're going to get ran by 30 probably. You know how 2K cheese be. They don't miss, bro. The Warriors don't miss, bro. Clay and Steph don't miss, bro. I'm telling you right now. But it'd be interesting to see, the free agent will be starting this Sunday next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, the free agency will be starting next Tuesday. So it'd be good to see some moves, man, some shakeups, who's going to be moving who where and who's going to be staying who and whatever the case may be. It's going to be interesting for the league, as we come back to a regular schedule of October, the game starting and things like that. But before we get my man Jay up in here, let's get Jay up in here. We can talk about that and then we can get into the other stuff that we talked about to get my man Jay's opinion. Look at my man. Hey, man, tell her you call her back. Tell her you call her back, man. Dang.
What's up, bro?
Call her back, man. Golly, bro. Hot take.
This is some dynasty fantasy football stuff, man. We had some preseason trades going on, man. Somebody trying to snatch AJ Dillon from out of me. Like, no, you didn't put in on this. I've been sitting on this dude for a year.
how do y'all do free agent? How y'all doing fantasy?
He's in a keeper league.
It's a dynasty where you keep like 80% of your roster.
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that before. Y'all dynasty gurus, whatever the case, fantasy football gurus and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you hold on, wait. Before we get into this hoop stuff, you hold on to AJ Dillon?
No, I drafted him. So we had a draft last season. So this is like the third year of the dynasty, right? And so last season I had, it's like a 3-4 round draft. It ain't much, and I scooped up AJ Dillon like, dude, this dude's a truck. I drafted him just based off of his fucking mass. Excuse my language. Just off of his mass. So I've been sitting on him about a year.
Come on, man. He's not gonna really get no burn.
Okay, we're gonna see. All it takes is one injury. All it takes is one injury, dog.
That's bad when you gotta hope a man get injured for him to play. That is tough.
No, it's dynasty, man. The roster spot's too deep. It's too deep. Let me show you this.
God.
That's crazy.
Okay, what was your least? Can you at least tell your boy what you was offered?
Oh, Carson Wentz. When I already got Lamar and Sam Darnold, and I was like, no, it's not enough, player.
Oh my!
Look at the picture. Look at the picture. Look at the picture that I just texted you. Both of you.
He's drunk.
That's crazy.
Listen,
look at that picture.
You believe Sam Darnold over Carson Wentz?
I already got Sam Darnold, so I was like looking for depth.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie to you. Depending on if Aaron Rodgers resigns, the Packers may run the ball a lot more. They are a running football team, so
they are. Look at AJ Dillon, man. That dude is a truck, bro.
About his dexterity. It's just AJ Dillon.
Hey, you know what? I sat on Derrick Henry for 4 years, and then right when that flower's about to blossom, all of a sudden he out here just making me look like boo.
Well, that was your dumbass fault. You should have gave up Derrick Henry. Like I would have gave up.
Bro, I sat on him for 4 years. You know what I said? I told y'all, and I did it for Cam Newton too. I told y'all, I'm always early. I'm almost never wrong.
I feel that. So speaking of draft, before we talk about the other stuff we was talking about, man, the draft is Thursday, and we'll talk about that the following week when we know who got drafted and where, blah in draft class. But if you are the GM for the Detroit Pistons and you have some amazing talent coming out of this draft. I mean, it's some boys, it's some dogs in here, man. You could definitely probably, depending on how their career pan out, this could be a solid draft class. You got the number 1 pick. Who you picking?
Cade all day.
Who?
Cade all day. It ain't even close. Cade by himself. Jalen Green in a tier by himself, in the second tier by himself. Mobley's in a tier by himself. And then after that, that's when it gets mixed up.
So them 3 is in the tier by himself. Why Cade though? Why? I know you say hands down. Why Cade?
Cade. So
he said because he light skin.
Team light skin, bro. Team light skin.
Jay is the.
We stick together. It's like a union.
Yeah, Jay is the godfather of the light skin coalition. I say that here all the time.
Yeah.
He's the godfather.
So why Cade?
Cade, I was sleeping on him. At first I was like Mobley or Jalen Green, but watching Cade. So this is what I hate is when people say, oh, he's the next this, he's the next that. He ain't that. He has the potential and the template to have shades of it. So He could. The best outcome is Cade having some shades of Luka and his playmaking, some shades of Paul George, and watching him like how silky it looked when PG-13 is in his bag. Okay. And so but his athleticism is not Paul George, and his passing and playmaking is not quite Luka. But if you got 80% of what Luka does best, and you got 80% of what Paul George does best, a little bit of Jason Tatum. And the thing about that is his floor is considerably higher than the other two. So it's like, and then he's so fungible. Like you could put him next to anybody. He's a knockdown, create a bucket, not off of his raw athleticism, but the dude is 6'8", and it looks so good. And I'm like, there's just I talk about roster construction until I'm blue in the face. Y'all heard it. Tired of hearing it. This dude is plug and play with 32 teams in the NBA. Like, it's just that simple. So Jalen Green and Mobley's ceiling is just as high. Don't get it twisted. It's just as high. But if it goes bad with those other two, it goes really bad. Whereas, like, if it goes bad with Cade, yeah, it looks bad. He's a Mike Dunleavy Jr. at his floor, but I think the ceiling is considerably higher.
Wow. Here's my thing. All right, I'm gonna look at it a different approach because I'm looking at the GM. I'm looking at the bigger picture, right? I'm looking at my team. Okay.
You talking about the Pistons or you just an NBA team?
No, I'm the Pistons. You the Pistons. So who you picking at the end of the day? If I'm a Pistons GM, I'm taking the guy that's going to sell the tickets right now. Because whoever we bring in we ain't going no chip. We may not even make it to the playoffs. I'm just going to call it what it is. So the numbers are going to be inflated. They're going to be putting up some outstanding numbers on a really bad team and getting ran by damn near 20, 30 points every damn night. That's just the way it is. I'm just calling a spade a spade. So it's going to look like, because I had this debate against some folks that was talking about Kevin Love is a superstar. I said Kevin Love is a great player, but he's not a superstar. He's an all-star player that does a lot of good things. He's just not quite there on that superstar level. And it was like, bro, he's getting 30 and 20. Woo-woo. I said, you right. But look who he's playing. They was getting ran by 20 and 30 and 15 points down there every night. So them numbers are going to be inflated. And prime example, my boy checked me on this. Andre Drummond. I was like, Andre Drummond is beast. He was doing all this in Detroit, getting buckets. And then they showed it to me like, yo, bro, when you playing on a bad team, you can't really go based off numbers because the team
somebody got to get numbers. Somebody got to get numbers.
So, of course, he's putting up these numbers. You didn't see no 20 and 10 with the Lakers. You barely see the 9 and 10 or 9 and 8 with Drummond sometimes. And then you seen the kid that just didn't know what the hell he was doing when he was on the floor. He just didn't have no sense of awareness of floor awareness or anything like that. So I'm thinking Jalen Green, hands down, he's a money maker. He's going to sell the tickets. He's going to get the people in the seats. He's already a sensation on Instagram. I know Cade is a great player. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but Jalen Green has something that you can't teach. It's athleticism. And the sky is the limit. If he can put the shooting with the athleticism, and he's going to get bigger, so the defense is going to be improved. You can put him between 1 and maybe 3, depending on how you want to play. He's about 6'5". He may grow. He's only, 17 years old. So he may 19 years old. So he can get about, another inch or two. You seen it. The dude from Auburn, he grew from 5'9" to damn near 6'3" out of the blue. You know what I'm saying? So it can happen. You stop growing by your 25. But I'm looking as a person that's going to come in and sell tickets. Cade will sell tickets, but he's a quiet guy. You don't really see him doing a lot of talking like that. He just going hoop, which is cool. It goes with the Detroit basketball. But if I want to get people and I want to make a statement, it's going to be box office every single night.
There's two ways to sell tickets, right? Zion could be on the worst team in the league and he's going to sell tickets. The other way to sell tickets is to win, right? You win. Yeah. You win, you get playoff money, you sell tickets. So you're
saying Cade Cunningham is taking the Detroit Pistons to the playoffs? Are you saying that right now? Are you going to book it? You it?
Well, first off,
no.
It's the East.
It's one or the other. You got Cade Cunningham. Do you book it or not?
Are you
take your hot take?
Okay.
Don't give me that statement.
Not this year. Not next year. And I'm still taking them. Not next year. They're not making the playoffs next year. But they do this right, they could be in the playoffs 5 out of the next 7.
We're not talking.
So I'm not betting on next year.
No. We're talking about right now.
Yeah.
We're talking about right now. We ain't talking about 3-4 years now. Yeah. I'm talking about right now. I know it's about to happen with
career. That is relevant.
No, but I'm saying, I'm talking about right now. Detroit Pistons take Jalen Green. You got a for sure box office. You got for sure sellout arena. I'm not saying you're gonna win
bottom of the league, and you right back here next year.
Okay, so what do you got when you got Cade? So you're telling me Cade is gonna take them to the playoffs? They're gonna win games.
Not this year. No, we on the 10-year plan, bro. We need a dynasty, bro. We need a perennial all-star. Dude, if it gets ugly with Jalen Green, it gets ugly. But let me not. I don't want to throw dumps on Jalen Green. I like him, dude. His swag and his wiggle, and then his little when you get in the air and you get bumped. You remember that Vince Carter on who was it when he got bumped in the air? Yes, he's got that. I'm not. This is not a dump on Jalen Green session. You ain't getting it from me. But don't pin me against it. You want to do your Skip and Shannon thing? That's cool, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just
asking, are you doing?
Is the one. No, he don't listen. So you see the referee hat? Let me step in.
Wait, hold on. Are you do y'all hear the static? Or
I thought you was wearing the rocking the Too Many Reasons. We do that on draft day.
Hey, do y'all hear the static or is it just me?
Well, it's just you. I don't hear no
static.
It's
just you. I don't hear no static.
Oh, okay.
All right. So if you watch the show. We did this when we first was in our inception. I'm huge on Jalen Green. I have Jalen Green ceiling higher than Jason Tatum. We had this conversation. So go back and look at the tape. Okay. I'm huge on Jalen Green. Why? For the simple fact that I watched Jalen Green as a freshman and had to coach against him. So my tape and scouting of him makes you become more of a fan because it's like, oh, it's a little different. Then when you remove myself as a coach from playing against him and just go watch him just go hoop against other teams, things become a little different. So I'm a huge fan of Jalen Green. Personally, if I'm Detroit, I'm taking Cade because I feel like Cade fits the mold of what my team is. I wouldn't take Jalen Green because I feel like Jalen Green doesn't fit the mold of Detroit basketball and Cade does. So that's that. But if I'm Houston,
we ain't talking about Houston right now.
But I'm Detroit. I'm a Jalen Green fan, so I gotta. Where I want Jalen Green to go is to Houston to run with Jay Wall, Kevin Porter, and Christian Wood, and go let them young boys figure it out. So that's my hope for Jalen Green. Yeah, man. So I'm with me. I want Jalen Green with the Rockets. You feel me? If I'm Detroit, I take Cade Cunningham. Just because I feel like he fits what we're trying to build. Him and Jeremy Grant is my two pieces that I'm building around. And I can't think of the other young boy that was balling.
Yeah. So there was the center. Was it Isaiah Stewart?
It was, or no, they had a guard that they drafted last year.
So Sadiq Bey, they have Killian Hayes.
Hayes.
Okay.
Yeah, Killian Hayes on talk about because he got hurt.
Yeah.
And he was having. He wasn't killing the game, but you can see.
He was solid, right?
Yeah,
I like what they're doing.
His game was flourishing. So as I feel like Cade Cunningham. The one thing about Cade that I have to kind of pay attention to because my boy just pointed out to me when I was talking to him earlier is that Cade really didn't make his teammates that much better at Oklahoma State. Now you can look at it as he's going to the league and it's more of a stopgap. So I'm just here to hoop and, do my thing. Or is he kind of one of those guys? I mean, Jay, you talked about his playmaking ability, and he did do that and create. But I feel like that Oklahoma State team was better than them going home to Oregon State in that first round or second round.
Yeah, second
round. And I just feel like Cade could have did more to elevate his team. So right now, that's the kind of what I'm looking at with Cade, my only knock. And then also being that 6'7", 6'8" frame, is he going to be willing to compete on the defensive end? You're not asking him to be a defensive stopper. You ain't asking to Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
Will you compete is my thing. And that's my only concern about Jalen Green because my shades of Jalen Green is Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
That's my shade. When I see Jalen, I see a young Kobe. And when I'm talking, I was telling my other boy is that Jalen game, him and Kobe got the same explosiveness at the same age. But to me, Jalen's a better shooter than what Kobe was at this same age. And so if he lets his game continue to flourish, but he also has to be willing to compete on the other side, that's where I see Jalen and my
Jalen Green. I had to go look at it. My boy is a diehard Houston Rocket fan. And he went through the gamut of, do I want Mobley? Do I want Green? Yeah. Do I want Cade if he falls to us? I had to go back and look at Jalen Green because I got a predisposition towards Mobley and the bigs. and I was like, okay, Jalen Green is a first-class bucket getter. He had all the advanced moves, and I was just like, okay, because at once I just watched the wrong YouTube with all the highlights on there, and I said, man, he's just 1% of the 1% with the athleticism. And then when I went back and I watched some more fundamental scout, type of analysis, I was like, OMG, he's a bucket getter, bro. And
he's going to be a problem. He also has experience playing against some pro athletes because he played on the G League in that little team that they had, or whatever the case may be. But here's my thing, though. What it sets up is a potential amazing rivalry. You got one kid signing to Nike, you got the other kid signing to Adidas. You got 1 versus 2. Whoever go 1, whoever go 2, whatever the case may be. And when you're looking at potentially, and we can get into that next week when we figure out where they're going, because I think if I'm Jalen Green, I want to go to Houston. And if I'm Cade Cunningham, I don't want to go to Detroit. I just have to go to Detroit. I'm just calling a spade. It's a small market. Yes, we know Giannis won a chip, but it's a small market out there, and you got to play at least 3 to 4 years in Detroit of your career. So I'd rather go to Houston, which is a mid-major market. It's going to get some money. You're going to get people coming. It goes up and things like that. And so if I'm Jalen Green, it's good for my brand to go. And
Houston. Him and Kevin Porter Jr. is boys too.
You know what I'm saying? And so it'll be a good fit for him. It'll be a good fit.
I'm telling you think about it. Wall, Green, Porter.
Wall up out of there, bro. Wall up out of there. He's not a part of the plan. They're like, get this heathen away from these young boys. We don't need no bad influences around
here.
See,
but hey, man.
How you gonna move 40 mil?
Wall is gonna be there. Wall will be there. Okay. Wall.
No. By the trade deadline, I guarantee you he won't. They draft Jalen Green. He's out of there by December, bro.
I don't know.
Hot take alert. He's out.
So you would put the hot take on that, but you wouldn't put the hot take on Cunningham taking his team to the playoff. I get it.
Not next year.
You take that. You take them soft.
How about this? Give me two out of the next 3. Give me 2 out of the next 3. Give me 2 out of the next 3.
Right here, the hot butter biscuit. This man say he is the tier of his own, but he can't get this team to the playoffs. He can't even get them to a play-in game. He can't even do that. That's crazy to me.
Okay, you know what? Ask me that after.
No. Ain't no free agency. It's right now.
I can't tell you what they're gonna do when they can spend some money.
Oh man, look at this guy.
Hey, Jay, I'm willing to give you the amendment once we see how the rest of the
they got $70 million spent out of 109.
No.
Let me add a player or two.
At the end of the day, when we do our picks every week, when it comes to football, we don't know who's going to be playing. We don't know who's going to be showing up on that field. We don't say.
We know who's on the team. No. We know who's on the team.
No. Okay. No, not all the time because injuries happen. We don't know. We don't know
about the draft and free agency.
So at the end of the day, we're going based off the player you say is the best player in the draft right now. So if he's the best player in the draft,
here's what I tell you: Jalen Green ain't taking the Houston Rockets to the playoffs.
Okay. You know what? All right. This is what I do. This is what I'm gonna do.
Here we go.
Since you want to be soft butter biscuits over here, little soft butter biscuit hot takes, I'm saying that the Houston Rockets will be in the play-in game by the end of the season. There it is. Play-in game.
On that.
Put something on whatever you want to put on that. Oh, you want to hear something else? You want to hear something? The Houston Rockets will have a better record than the Detroit Pistons. Put them on that too. I'll take that.
Did you say Ruth Chris?
Yeah, if you want to go Ruth Chris. Do you want to go Ruth Chris?
This is what I'm talking about.
I shouldn't even do Ruth Chris because I'm gonna tell you right now, I shouldn't even do Ruth Chris for you. No. I shouldn't even do. No. I shouldn't even do Ruth Chris for you because your soft butter biscuit self didn't even want to take the bet. I had to put on the big boy pants just to get you to come outside. That's crazy. That if you win the bet, I should get you a McDonald's McNugget. That's what you get. If I win the bet, I get the Ruth Chris. You ain't gonna benefit off no Ruth Chris because you scared to put on a hot take pants. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that, but you know what? I'm so confident that Houston gonna have a better record than Detroit, and Houston's gonna be in the playing game. I booked the roof, Chris. Since I tell you how to do the hype.
I guarantee that's wrong. So that's 2 bets, huh?
That's 2 bets right there.
That is 2 bets. Okay.
That's a roof.
It's on tape. You can't back out of that one.
No. I'm not backing out of it. It's just taking hard. You scared. Okay. I need all the details.
I take free money. I take free money. I take free food.
I'm gonna tell you
this. Free. If it's free,
what you say, Reeses? What you say, Reeses? You said sometimes you ain't got that much time to do what you got to do. You said that about the Olympics team, right? You said they ain't got that much time to do. You got to figure it out. So either you gonna know or you don't know. Things can happen. Things can happen. People can get hurt. The Detroit Pistons can get the free agents, and you like Detroit going to the play. And then somebody get hurt. God forbid. Then you're like, well, I didn't know people was gonna get hurt. No, you don't know. But if you got the cojones, you're gonna put your money where your mouth is and talk your stuff. That's
I'm taking your free money. I'll take your handouts.
Detroit probably gonna be the last team in the league yet again with Cade Cunningham.
Ooh, damn, the last team.
The last team. The damn Cleveland Cavaliers probably have a better record than Detroit. This man over here.
All right, listen, as we venture off, Jay, we were sitting here talking about Luka's performance in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. And how Luka went off, got Slovenia playing well, and how the USA able to get their life right, because I don't think they want to see Slovenia in the first round. But we'll get there when we get there. So the question became, who would you rather build your team around currently, Luka or Giannis?
Is that a question? Is that really a question? You just saw what happened.
Time out. So I'm gonna give you a little background. So just so you can see that, I'm not a prisoner of the moment kind of guy. It's just not me. Anyway, I said I love what Giannis has done. When you look at Giannis, he checks a lot of the boxes. There's still some things I want him to check that he can continue to progress at. He's only 26. But what I was saying when we're talking building a team, I said that I don't have to be stuck in a certain box when building around Giannis because of his skill set in particular versus Luka. I know I can put different kind of complementary parts to fit what he does as a skill set. Mm-hmm. So I'm taking Luka just based off if I'm going to build a team, then I can do that. In a vacuum, I just take Giannis because it's Giannis, obviously. Yeah. But if I have to build a team, I like Luka because I know I don't have to go get exact parts. I can go get a little bit of this. I can go get a little bit of that.
So first off, let me tell you, I appreciate your contrarian. I do. And I also see where you're going with it because Luka is top 5, top notch, right?
Yeah.
The thing is there's certain players that you just take in a box, in a vacuum, in a all day, every day, whether it's Shaq or whether it's Giannis. And you really don't got to look much further than a player who can check. Who was it coming off the screen? Was it Booker or CP3? And then CP3 and then turns around and has the iconic block against Ayton.
Facts. That
kind of versatility, you can't put a price on that. And people forget that basketball, they continue to forget that it is 50% of the game. Now, granted, great offense beats great defense. Good offense beats good defense. But great defense has a chance to mess up good offense. And so when Luka is mediocre at best in 50% of the game, which is defense, you can't. That's not a question to me. Giannis is him. He is him. So, I can go when you put Giannis at center and you take off your Brook Lopez, I can still go find 4 players that are going to suit up and be more deadly and more well-rounded than what Luka brings to the table. But when you don't got Giannis, because only one team got him, then Luka's the next best thing. Absolutely.
Here's a good question there. Who's the next superstar after Giannis since he won one? Who's the next one to win one out of the up-and-coming superstars in the league?
It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them young boys.
Who's the next one?
Well, the Warriors got it on lock, so we got to look a little bit past the Warriors. So what's that? Like I said, I'm a big fan of Trae Young, bro. I'm a big fan of what the Hawks got going on there. It was a little early this year, but I'm buying shares. Give me some shares, some Hawk shares.
Here's who I think should be, but will they put the stuff around him for it to be?
Who
is Jason Tatum?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like he has to be the next. If he wants to put himself in that upper echelon, he got to go get him one. You feel me? Because he's looked at as Boston's franchise guy. He's Batman. Jalen Green's Jalen Brown kind of Robin. So because you're put into the Batman role,
bro, let me tell you. So you're onto something with the Celtics. Jason Tatum starts right.
The right way.
You're right. That's the key. That's the key, because I'll tell you this: people are sleeping on Jaylen Brown. It's like Jaylen Brown. It's like 1A, 1B, and the world just don't know because he's always in Tatum's shadow, and Tatum's the golden boy, and he should be. But if they don't get the rest of this roster right, they're going to be dealing with Giannis. They're going to be dealing with whatever kind of freaks are out there, and they have wasted assets. And so your Aaron Baines, your 35-year-old Al Horford, they're messing it up. And you're going to look up, and one of them is going to be demanded to be traded because they're the next Dame Lillard. What's going on here? So,
what you think, man? Who's your up-and-coming guy? Because, I mean, it's easy to say Luka, but like I said, when I'm looking at routes, I feel like Luka in the West is rough out here in this West, bro.
It is.
I just feel like the East.
If I had to pick one, man,
it's tough because you just got to look at the full landscape of the NBA. And
Dame Lillard's like 30 or 20 something. Dame Lillard,
he's 30. He's 30.
He's up there already. So I don't know if you can.
We're looking at 20. We're looking at the 25 and under young bucks. Who's your 25 and under?
So Denver's there.
Jokic. I say Jokic.
Jokic.
Don't let Murray come back 100.
Yeah, because you got to think about it. If they keep their nucleus, if they keep Murray, Gordon, they're going to be a problem. They got the size. I really do think they need somebody to help Jokic because he got abused in that pick and roll. He got demolished. He got told.
That's why they had Jeremy Grant. Remember, Jeremy Grant was their defensive guy to help with some of that, but they
messed up because Aaron Gordon is a great player, but him and Porter Jr. are overlap where they needed a dog. They needed one of those dogs on D, like even a Robert Williams or something standing next to him. They need a Ben Simmons. You got to understand they got some injuries too. So I would say Jokic. I would say he's close. They've been getting better and better every year. And then they didn't miss. Look, they went to the NBA Western Conference Finals last year. And then you never know, they could have did that. We could be saying a different thing with Murray on that squad. You know what I mean? It's one thing if you can't play defense, but if you can outscore the team, hey, you know what I mean? We've seen what happens. We've seen what happens when you get it going. And if somebody on the floor can get it going, that can open it up more for Jokic, right? Because he was the only guy. So now you got another guy that can get you 30, 40, and that can help you get open and get easier touches. That makes your game easier. That makes it a little bit easier. You may have more energy on the defensive end to be able to guard the pick and roll because now everything is not going through you. You get what I'm saying? And so I say Denver. They probably be he'd be the next superstar. Jokic would be. And then that even goes with Murray. There's two superstars possibly because they're both on the same team. They just got to fit the rest of it around it. They need some dogs, dude. Some Marcus Smarts. Some dogs.
You can also throw Embiid into that mix because he's too much of a talent that he got to go win.
Yeah,
he got to go win. But overall, when we're looking at all this, some of these trade rumors, Jay. I know this is one of your favorite time of the years.
It is.
You love the salary cap and how they can move.
It's that nerd swag.
Yeah. The big trade that already took place with the Pels and the Grizz. With me, because you said it's a good move for the Pels because they clear space. I'll let you go into that. With me, I said that it gives the Grizzlies an enforcer to complement Jaren Jackson and Ja, and it gives the Pelicans the spacing to complement Zion and whatever point guard they bring in. So what is your take on that?
So initially I looked at the move and I was loving it from the Pels. But what I think that this is about to do is enable one good move followed by creating latitude to make a bad one. So, and I'm specifically talking about Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is a fan favorite of mine, or I'm a fan favorite of his, I should say. And he has a cap hold of like $27 million. They created like $30 million of space, and they finna throw all that money on Kyle Lowry. And I'm like, what sense does that make? Now, granted, we saw what Chris Paul did for the Suns. And it's like the copycat wants to say, oh, Lowry can do that for us. We got a nice young team. We're just going to get a new coach, a new players coach, and we're going to get Valanciunas, who's spread out the floor but still be that big boy. All great moves. But if you turn around and go throw $30 million of cheese at Kyle Lowry at 35 to complement these young boys, that's a catastrophic mistake, and I'm going on record. So,
hey, listen, talking. He said catastrophic.
That is a catastrophic. That is a fireable offense, David Griffin. Get the hell up on out of here.
He said that.
He said catastrophic. Catastrophic, strong word.
That is. It is a dude. See, y'all don't get it, man. The clock for Zion starts now. You don't wait until they're 28. And it's like, oh, man, we got to dump or get off the pot. No, it's now. If you don't get his co-star now, locked and loaded, because Brandon Ingram is nice, but they ain't peanut butter and jelly. Lonzo is a piece. You still need one more, but I'm going to get off my soapbox, dude.
What do you think about?
Watch him mess it up.
What do you think about the Warriors potentially getting Bradley Beal?
I don't want none of that. I don't want to hear people like you calling us cheaters and microwaving the oven. I don't want it. It's artificial. It ain't organic. I didn't enjoy the KD year. This predates our relationship.
Here's my thing.
Go ahead.
This is what we got to get out of this, bro. At the end of the day, this is a business, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm not winning. Hold on. This is a business, and it's about making money. And winning makes more money, but at the end of the day, some of these people do not draft. Some of these people do not orchestrate a team to win games.
That's facts.
Hold on.
Facts.
Hold on. Go ahead. So for you to tell me that I should play how y'all want me to play, sit at a team and try to win a championship, spend 20, 15 years on this one organization to try to win at the end of the day, man, you can miss me with that. At the end of the day, it's about making bread, supporting your family. If you can win a chip, that's great at the end of the day. But how you get it, it don't matter to me.
It does.
No.
Giannis is worth 5 of them Lakers ones.
Hold on. Okay, here we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about right here. Look, at the end of the day, bro. At the end of the day, because y'all got to miss me with this whole he never left. Yo, so if Giannis would have never won a chip and he stayed in Milwaukee all this year, who did he stay for? Why? Oh, he was loyal? Hell no. Why would you be loyal in a bad situation? So let me ask you this, Hottakejay. If your girl is cheating on you, treating you like dog doo-doo, you gonna stay because y'all been together for a long time?
No. So don't confuse it. You messing it up. No, I agree. Bradley Beal needs to get traded.
No. Time out.
You just don't want him over here.
No.
Time out. Don't want him over here.
Time out. Yep. So you telling me if you leave, you would just lead to something mediocre. You don't want to go to the top of the top. You don't want to go to a situation where a situation is great for you. Hey, you want to go to a mediocre or mediocre.
It's diminishing returns over here. This is Stephstown. We got that position on lock. We got Clay.
But he's not going to be
Jordan Poole over here, player.
I understand that, but you still will have Jordan Poole. You still have
All right, I hear you. I'm trying to go back to these diminished Laker titles.
Yeah, I mean, go back to the Cleveland in 2016. Bucks this past year.
Oh my God!
I can name 5 championships worth more than that bubble championship y'all got.
Oh, here we go. Oh,
I knew it was
bubble championship.
I knew it was coming.
Oh, wow. Listen,
I knew it was coming.
we were just better in the circumstances that was in front of us than the rest of the goddamn NBA.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Let me simplify this. That first championship the Warriors won in 2015
was
wasn't
good.
that worth three times as much as the other two? Which one was worth more? The other two or the one we won in 2015?
Wait. When y'all beat without Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love, that was worth more?
Let me ask you.
That was home cooking all the way. Home cooking all the way.
Okay, for sure. I see where you're at with it.
It was worth a lot because of the organic the Warriors got.
Bro, so why they didn't win it again the following year?
Oh, because they ran into a real team. They had
resting on our loyals.
What happened?
What do you call them? Resting on your
what
loyals?
Happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
We got comfy and we got smacked in the mouth.
So why y'all go get Why y'all go get Kevin Durant?
Because they wanted.
I didn't co-sign none of that, and I wish our tape went back that far. I didn't co-sign none of that.
At the end of the day, I don't give a damn where Kevin Durant want to go, because he want to go where he want to go. If he wants to win a chip and he wants his chip situation to be easy, that's cool. Look, I don't care, because at the end of the day, you know who making all the money? The people at the top. You know who making $1 billion? The people at the top. You know who better getting crumbs? We are. Well, Brian making $1 billion, but I'm saying everybody else barely getting crumbs. We're playing with this ideology because this is what we've been taught. You play for the chip. When money's involved, it's not about the chip anymore like that. It's an asset to winning. It's an asset to the picture, but it's about money. It's about bread. It's about selling tickets. That's what it's about. There's some franchises that want to win money, but there are a lot of these franchises in this league. It's about box office. How much money are we making? You got $1 billion people who don't know nothing about basketball, who owns goddamn basketball teams because they bringing in revenue. They're like, bruh, hey, who we get? Let's get this young buck. This guy looking like he's gonna bring us some more bread. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna struggle all my career for you to tell me like the Charles Barkley, you never won a ring, but hey, that's not my fault. I played my ass off every goddamn day. I just didn't win. So don't come to me and say my career ain't
So I'm with all of that. Here's the problem. When KD goes to the Warriors and then he walks away saying, I didn't get the love from the Warriors, like I wasn't. Yeah, but you know what? You knew that this was Steph territory before you walked over here. You chose to come over here. Like, don't slight the championship.
I like to bring in real logical terms. So, okay, when you have a situation, right, and you come in, let's say let's bring the relationships, because I like to make it black and white. You got a new girlfriend. Your new girlfriend's way better than your old girlfriend, does everything way better than they do, can just make your life so much easier, elevate you to a point where you like, man, this is the best life ever.
That really happened to me, bro. That was the first marriage.
I'm married.
Time out. So, are you still gonna be talking about your ex when you got a new situation?
No.
So
KD felt like, bro, I came over here, I won 2 chips for y'all, I was the finals MVP for y'all, and y'all over here looking at me like, bro, hey, we don't care what you did, it's still about Steph. That's effed up. It's gonna be like, bro, well, I put in a lot of sweat, bro. I came back for y'all and I tore my Achilles because y'all didn't think I got hurt and I wasn't on this damn team. Come on, dog.
Hey,
I want to hear that. I'm done.
But it's not the Warrior. Him and Draymond got into it. But the Warriors players, the team per se, didn't have that. They appreciated what KD did.
They did.
Because KD made Steph and Clay life
easier.
Yeah, so I would appreciate it. It's the fans that KD couldn't really.
Yeah, no new friends, dog. No new friends, bro.
It was like, and I feel like how Jay feels. A lot of Warrior fans knew what KD brought, like, oh yeah, these are ships. But real pure basketball people, purists, was like, it's not needed. Because
it robbed the competitive integrity. Let me tell you, I watched 75 games of the Warriors for 10 years straight.
Yeah.
It was a point to watch the games. Regular season, Tuesday night, just cuz. What am I doing? 7:30, we watching the Dubs. When KD came after about 10 games, what the hell am I watching this for?
Yeah.
Do they feel like winning or do they not feel like winning? What am I watching here?
I get it. I get what you're saying. Y'all like the struggle. Y'all don't want life to be easy. Y'all want no. I get it. Hey, no, I get it. Look, I get the mindset. It's what we've been programmed. You got to go through something. Then once you get to that point, you start to appreciate it more. You start to love it more. It makes. I'm not going to spade, dog. It is what it is.
You like to go to the park and stack your team up and then clown on them after you smack them upside the head?
You see, I'm not clowning on nobody. At the end of the day, if I got an opportunity to work with some amazing people in my life, then I would love to work with some amazing people. I'm not saying I'm discrediting everybody else, but if I got some great creators that I get to connect with, I want to take advantage of that. Why? You only got one life. I can say I got to play with Steph Curry. I got to play with such and such. At the end of the day, who gives a damn? I want to work with them.
Hey, listen, you make a lot of sense, but Katie it's what Katie did and who he went to. It's like it's an integrity. Like when I go hoop, and I mean we all hoop. When I go hoop and I walk into the gym and the best team is hooping, I want to beat the best team. Like I don't want to end up on that team until like everybody leaving and we, so there's a couple of them dudes left. So
that's where you're wrong. Because if I'm going to the hoop and I want to get some run, I want to be on the team that's going to be on the floor. I don't want to be sitting and watching people play.
So what I'm saying is I don't want to be on the court hooping. The best team beats us. Then I'm like, 45 oh, y'all need one? Nah, man. Listen, I'm about to figure out.
I'm done with all this pride stuff. Pride will get you killed, okay? Pride is the devil. All right? Look, if you're going to beat me, hey, you need one? You want me to run? I need some cardio. I didn't come here and sit my ass down and keep getting my ass whipped by 15 points. It's like at the end of the day, look, I get what you're saying.
No, I get it. I've done it. I've joined the team that has. I've done it. So what I'm saying is in pickup ball, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But when you were up 3-1 and had a chance to go to the finals, and you part of the reason why your team didn't beat the other team, it wasn't like KD was performing great in those games that they lost. He was out there sticking up the joint. So for you to be like, oh, well, going with the Warriors. No, you stay with the Thunder, and y'all were right there. It wasn't a first-round exit. A first-round exit to the Warriors, you'll hear nothing from me because it's like they the better team. Conference finals, money on the line, you 3-1, and then you go join the dude that just come on, babe. That's like you having the girl, right? Boom, you got the chick. You see the other chick with the other dude, and you like, oh man, they look cute in their little matching outfits. Hey, baby, why can't we match? I don't want to match. Well, all right, I'm about to go get her because I can match with them. Like you want to go join the little cuteness over there instead of getting your girl to buy into what you want. Baby, we gonna match, goddammit. Because this is what we gonna do.
Right now, if the cute girl over there really ain't, even though she matching and she want me and my situation ain't working out, then hey, I gotta up the shit. I gotta go up the shit. Look, I want to be happy at the end of the day. I want to be happy. Before we get up out of here, man, let's talk about the U.S. Olympics team. How do you feel about them, Jay? Do you think they're gonna win the gold medal this year? Bro,
that loss, like, really kind of shook my foundation on what I expected. It did. And so I knew this was the case before, but the gap. So like, for example, like what I mean is I wrote this down. I was like, this is when you play a Nigeria or a France or whoever it may be, you got pride, you got patriotism, you got chemistry going up against athleticism, ego, individual talent. And made men, everybody on that damn team's got a $200 million contract. Oh, you invited Keldon Johnson. Congratulations. Here's what I'm getting at. Here's the real question. Would you put up the Bucks versus the Western Conference All-Stars? And in that caveat, the Western Conference All-Stars only got a week to mesh, and the Bucks are playing for their home country. Like, yeah, the Western Conference All-Stars got more talent and they should win. They should smack them. But basketball is a game of harmony, bro. It don't work like that.
But
you know what I'm saying?
Jay, let me ask you this, and this is to you too, Bank. Mm-hmm. We have put a lot of emphasis on coming together, right? Yeah. We put a lot of emphasis on chemistry. For the most part, Evan Fournier was in the playoffs with the Boston Celtics, right? Mm-hmm. So how much time has he really, Rudy Gobert was
Nicholas. You know what? I bet you 9 out of them 12 been looking forward to that date for 4 months.
But when you combine, because Batum, Gobert, Fournier, we were talking France, right? You said what?
It's been a month. Boston lost second round. That was like 2 months ago.
But Batum just lost.
Batum, bro, that was a month ago. You got to remember, they lost in June. We're in the last week of July. So, and they lost.
I think, you know what it comes down to, and Jay said it. Countries nowadays, A, have caught up, and B, have more patriotism.
Okay, all right, chill. All right, look, don't get your panty in the bunch, all right? Because that's what I'm seeing today. A lot of panties in the bunches. At the end of the day, that game, it shouldn't even got to that point. The U.S. team had some defensive mislap that gave France the opportunity to get back in the game. And then they still, even with those mishaps, they still had an opportunity to win that game, okay? Now, what Fournier did say is a valid point. You only gel this team in a week. So they don't have enough time to play together. When they play with these people that they go back and play for their countries, these is camaraderie. You've been playing with people for a long time. Even though you don't play with them all the time, when you play for your country, it's damn near the same amount of people. And it's the same style. And it works. They flow. And they're playing against the USA. The USA
It's a Super Bowl.
It's a Super Bowl for them. So the USA team, they will get it together. Now, if they start losing again, and then I get some red flag. Right now, they lost the game. They should have won. They had every place to win that game. They did. They gave up a play.
Right now, is USA beating Slovenia in the game right now?
You damn right. Wait, are they playing right now? Are they playing?
What's the score? When USA beat Lucas
when they play right now. When they play.
They don't.
He's running up a hypothetical.
I'm gonna tell you right now. You want another hot take? Since I'm the one doing the hot takes, we got a lot of sweet butter biscuit takes going on today. Okay, I'm going on a hot take. The U.S. winning gold medal this year.
That's not a hot take.
That is a hot take.
That's not a damn hot take. That's a butter biscuit.
No.
What's that hot about that?
No. Y'all said that the U.S. team is going to get it together.
Let me.
I'm telling you they will.
Now, let me school y'all. When you watch Luka, who's bringing a country who ain't ever been here before, and they out here doing it, you got to take away something from that. And so when I say chemistry, there's another word that comes into play, and it's like hierarchy, pecking order, right? When you get a bunch of $200 million contract players who are in their 30s showing up 35, and they got injuries and they got different agendas and they're coming together last minute, it don't work like that. If you cut this age limit down to about 25, 26, injuries ain't a problem. Send your Trae Youngs, your Miles Turners, or your young boys that are young, they don't need the recovery time. They out there to earn that $200 million Adidas deal, and they actually have some chemistry and some. It's happening.
Time out. So you forgot when we got ran. What was that? Was that 08? Was that 08? We got ran. What was that? 04?
08, 04.
04. When we got ran in 04, we had the young team, a lot of youngsters out there, the little 20-somethings and belows. Okay.
I'm talking about 20. I'm talking about your Trae Youngs.
Okay. I'm talking about here's the thing, Jay. All right.
Hierarchy.
Every year, you got people that's got $200 and something million on the U.S. Olympic team. Okay. And I think out of the last 10, 15, 20 years, we only lost once. Okay. So they just got to figure it out. Those dudes got to come together and figure out, do they want to play for gold or not? That's what it simply boiled down to. They got all the individual talent. They got all the people to win games. They can beat anybody on there, even if it's a competitive game, they could win if they put in the effort and the mindset of gelling together. But what could be the issue, but I think they'll figure it out, is the individualism. They don't want to play together. They just out there hooping, and they don't want to gel, and they don't care about goal. They don't care. It's a lot of stuff going on in Tokyo right now. You got a lot of us top athletes bailing out. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stress going on, a lot of mental health going on. It's a lot of stuff going on right now in Tokyo. Okay, so this looked like a weird odd year. You got Olympic swimmers that's been winning damn near swimming contest that didn't even win. Come on, dog. It's a lot of stuff going on. So this could be a year where things can happen where you be like, damn, what happened? Like, what's going on?
You already said they're going to win gold. So
I did. I said they're winning gold. I'm sticking.
We'll see. It's not a hot take.
Hey, man. What you want to say before we get up out of here, man? We've been talking about a lot of stuff, but what you want to say before we get up out of here, man?
Man, I ain't got nothing to say, man. We got it all out, man. That was
I want my roof Chris.
Hey.
Everything was copacetic. I just feel like I'm looking forward to y'all hot takes. The Rockets in the play-in.
You see, he was scared to jump in a hot take. You know, he.
No, I'm just a measured. You know, you got to take the temperature just a little bit. Now, Detroit is moving in the right direction, but I'm just not betting on them next year.
I'm talking about reasons. I'm talking about reasons. If you want, you see reasons. You know why he's on the referee? He ain't even a biscuit. He just the butter. That's what he is. No. Reason ain't even a biscuit. He's the butter. He ain't even getting hot or melted. He's in the refrigerator right now.
Well, we got football vibes right around the corner. So maybe, we can go.
It wasn't no need for all that.
Yeah, I get it.
I feel like neither one of them goddamn teams is going to the playoffs. So it don't matter. They don't.
Why you didn't say that? Why was that? Why you didn't make that take?
Because it'll make me don't. Because y'all go.
That's a cold take, right?
That's a cold take. He's a cold butter biscuit take. That's what it is. He's a butter. He's the butter in the fridge. I told y'all, chat. Reasons is getting soft on me. He daddy Reasons now. He over there cleaning up the poop. He over there not getting no sleep. He didn't run a referee hat. He's being the mediator. He's the cold butter. Hey, me and Jay, we got it. We'll wear the big boy pants. We got you. We got you, dog. We got you, dog. We got you, dog.
Y'all know where my heart lies. When this gridiron hit, and we talking 11 on 11, grown men, it's going to be some text. And I already tell you, right now, there's going to be a lot of people that's not going to like me when it comes to these division previews and these teams. Because I'm putting teams on numbers. I'm telling you right now. I give you a hot take right now before we head into football. The goddamn Las Vegas Raiders will be in the damn playoff. I don't give a damn who want to say something about it. We can meet up. We can talk about it.
Hey, there's two out of three votes on this show. That's 2 out of 3 votes on this show.
We'll be in the goddamn playoff.
All right, man. Make your the cold butter take. That's a cold butter take. Come on, man. You get an extra team. Come on, dog. Like stop. Anyways, man.
Hey, listen, I got you. And the Atlanta Falcons have finished 4th again.
What?
Huh? You heard me. The Atlanta Falcons finished 4th in the
That's another cold butter take.
That's another cold take. Y'all can't finish 3rd with an extra game?
We're still rebuilding, man. We still didn't. We still in that rebuilding phase. You know, it's just what it is. It is.
So listen. So Jay, put this on the record. If Atlanta's doing well, we shouldn't hear from Bam, right?
No. I said we're still rebuilding. I'm not saying that is a problem thing.
Rebuilding doesn't start until Matty Ice is up out of there.
Nah, not necessarily.
Okay. We saying football. We got
not necessarily.
It's coming.
Y'all got them cold butter biscuit takes. I'll take the hot take member of the day today, man. I'm the one. Hey, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Hey, y'all take care of yourself. Always remember to stay safe, stay blessed, and to talk that talk. Unless you Reasons and you cold butter. We out of here.